welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
I want to put my face in that grass.
Or you're trying to make eye contact with a person.
And that's an example of it works.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
That is the crisp sound of log. Damn it. He didn't log into anything. Tuning in to episode 142 of Off the Cut Podcast for Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024.
To be fair, Eric, nobody tuned into this either, because tuning knobs are a relic of a bygone era.
Yeah, that would be. Can you imagine if this thing was syndicated on? Do you think we'd be on FM or AM radio?
Oh, we're definitely AM boys.
Yeah.
UHF.
No, you know what we are? We're like third tier HD radio.
Oh, like when you log in and then on like the whatever channel you pick, and it has like 1, 2, 3 of the HD things. Yeah,
exactly. Like 99.9. There's 5 of them for some reason. We'd be the 5th one at the back. But hey, we'd be coming in crystal clear HD radio.
Yeah, so we would be.
It ain't all bad.
I feel like if we were on nationally syndicated radio, we would basically be broadcasting out of a car that has that antenna that's like 12 feet long. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we'd be pirate radioing it essentially.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pirates, Jonathan Katz Moses actually dressed up as a pirate for Halloween 3 years ago.
I bet he did. That's very on brand for him.
And the other thing he did is start an amazing tool company called kmtools.com.
Oh, yeah.
It's
they
for
also
woodworkers by woodworkers.
And they also happen to be the sponsor of this podcast, which we are very happy about.
Wait, really?
I think so. That's why we're doing these ad reads, right?
Wouldn't it be funny if we did this for like 2 years and then we came out at the end and told people KM Tools never sponsored the podcast?
It was just a goof we did. It was the longest running goof.
Yeah. But so Jonathan sent us over an email today. It's got a special message. Zach, do you got that one handy, or do you have them pulled up?
I don't have it handy. I thought you were prepared on this one.
I pulled up. Jonathan email. Okay, so in December, KM Tools is running a fundraiser all through December. It's starting off with, if you were listening to the podcast live, today, Giving Tuesday. Their goal is to raise $50,000 in the month of December so that they can continue to effectively outfit their grantees in 2025. So,
heck yeah.
So Jonathan Katz Moses is the founding chairperson of the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund, a 501c3 charity. The Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disability Fund assist recipients with ADA recognized disabilities in obtaining tools, training, and community to help further their hobby, business, or craft. This December, Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund is hoping to raise $50,000 to assist in providing top quality tools to grantees in 2025. All donations are tax deductible, and the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund is a worthy cause to round out the giving season. You can donate directly through PayPal as linked in the show notes. And then Chris Giffro, previous guest and also the director of the Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund, has a link that he provided us, and we'll toss that in the show notes below.
Awesome. I got to talk to Chris and see how. I wonder if it's a tax write-off for me to donate to an American charity. I'll have to find out.
Everybody's just writing stuff off.
That's true. You can write off anything. It's whether or not you get audited. It's the real question.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to do a little bit of giving this season, give back to people, especially right in our community here, check out that link in the show notes, or you can Google Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund. All the money goes directly to it. I know that Jonathan spent a lot of time trying to find a way to donate that didn't take like 8 to 10% off the top for processing fees and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we had a conversation about that.
Why are the charity things, when you dig under the surface on some of these charity like e-commerce platforms, it's just so scummy.
Yeah, it's like you donate $5 and really only 2 of it actually goes to the charity.
Exactly.
But not in this case.
No, definitely not in this case. And that's, to your point about why Jonathan was trying so hard to find the right provider.
Head over to kmtools.com. Check out everything they've got to offer. Black Friday deals are over. Sorry, we warned you.
Yeah.
Back to reality, but you can still pick up some awesome stuff. And if you want to save $50 off your next purchase at kmtools.com, well, tonight's the night.
Oh, yeah. It's giveaway night.
Giveaway. We need like giveaway music.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know? I don't think we have any music, but
like the Mission Impossible theme or something like that.
I'll find something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I got one.
Oh yeah, the party up. As long as we talk over it, it's still transformative. So I think we're okay under fair use.
I mean, it's like a 8-bit version of that song.
That's true. That's a good point.
All right. So if you're new here, don't know what's going on. First off, congratulations on not listening to the Green Suitors podcast. You tuned into at least something that's moderately tolerable.
Mm-hmm.
Every single month, we give away. Well, Jonathan gives away a $50 gift card to kmtools.com. All you got to do is become a patron, any tier level, at patreon.com/offthecutpodcast, and you're entered in to win, baby.
Hell yeah. That easy.
How many times do you want me to refresh it tonight?
I was going to say, let's let the live chat decide, but unfortunately the live chat's on like a 2 or 3 minute delay. So then we'd have 2 or 3 minutes of dead air. So I'm just going to say 7.
7. You got it. So I basically download all the patron names, put it in a spreadsheet, do a random number generator, blah, 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 blah. That's how it works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want me to tell you who number 6 was, who didn't win?
I think you got to. I mean, it's so heartbreaking, but you got to.
In all fairness, this person has won before. So
okay,
I don't think it's too heartbreaking. Number 6, the person who didn't win, Joe Welsh, good buddy at Delaware Valley Workshop. So, Joe, screw you. No, I'm kidding, man. You're not getting it this month. But who is getting it this month is Mike Lydon.
Oh, I don't think Mike's won before, has he?
Not to my knowledge. Right? And we got to meet Mike at Workbench Con last year.
Yep. I am waiting for, how I always like to say that I like it when the cheaper tiers of Patreon win. I also would kind of like to see somebody win like 6 back-to-back and just be like, I have $300 at KM Tools from being a patron of this podcast.
No, remember when we first started this, Don Patterson won 2, maybe 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. And he was like, hey, if I get drawn again, please, what a stand-up guy. Wanted to give back to the community. He's like, please draw somebody else.
That's a big dog move.
Classic. Mm-hmm. That's because our patrons are our dogs.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe the gift card giveaway music should be an 8-bit version of Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah, now we're talking. All right, I'm going to write this down. Mike Lydon gift card. All right.
Nice.
Mike, I will get you connected with Jonathan and Mark over at Cam Tools, and they will get that process to you and be all set. Actually, this would have been really sweet, but it didn't happen. We got a brand new member of the Dog Pound, a new patron this week, Neil Heslop.
Oh,
how sick would it be if Neil signed up? I think he signed up. Let me check. Signed up on. I already deleted the email. Within the last day or 2. Okay. How sweet would it be if he
just
signed up, immediately won, and then canceled?
I I wouldn't even be mad. I would just respect the hustle.
I would respect the hustle too.
I also can't help but notice you are saying his name very confidently, but that is not a name that I would feel confident about. Just like throwing out my pronunciation guess on it.
Well, I feel like pronouncing names is kind of like, making up facts, right?
True.
If somebody was like, why does an elephant do that way? Well, it's because of they have calcified feet.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
Confidence.
You're only wrong if somebody calls you out on it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But anyway, huge shout out to Neil for joining as a patron. That gets you access to, one gift card every month. And really the main selling point, the after show, which is really like, what did we call it? The bonus episode? We renamed it.
Oh, did we?
After show. The bonus show, the extra show or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because it's been so long recently. It's been like longer than the main show. But
yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we just get going, and before you look at the clock, you turn around, you look at the clock, you're like, oh, it's 10 p.m. I should probably go eat dinner.
Right. Well, anyway, I've got a lot going on. What's going on? Update me, Zach. You got a lot going on. First,
okay, so today I completely ripped off. I filmed a talking head video, 12 tools I regret not buying sooner.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I am trying to hit as many videos as I can before the end of the year. So I was like, what's a nice, easy one I can do to kind of like fill out the end of the year? So I was like, I could probably record that in a day. And man, I hate talking head videos.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I shot all the A-roll today, and then I'll go back and shoot. Because, it's 12 tools, right? So I just did like all the talking to camera stuff, and I'll go back and like get a bunch of example footage and I'll layer over the top probably tomorrow. And I mean, I can't argue with the fact that I'm going to get in 2 days of filming, I'm going to get an entire video. And normally, video for me takes a week, maybe 10 days of like solid shooting. So it's hard to complain about that, but I don't like the talking head ones as much. It's not as fun.
So I feel the exact same way. The videos perform really well. I actually just put one out. It performs really well. But God, for me, it's like it's the equivalent of like running,
Yeah.
It's like I can do it. I can run, a reasonable amount. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I can run 100 miles. But dude, I run a quarter mile and I'm like, I'm done. I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I can keep going, but I'm not going to. That's how I feel about shooting talking head videos. It's like this is
my
brutal.
jaw is sore. My jaw is sore. I'm like so tired. And you like start like you get to that point where words don't make any sense anymore because you're reading off a teleprompter. You're like, does that sentence make sense? Or do I need to go back and rewrite that?
Or it's written perfectly. You stumble over your words 3-4 times. And you're like, okay, I need to read this. And you're like, nope, it's written well.
Yeah.
I just can't read it.
I'm an idiot. Yeah.
Oh,
it's just not exciting.
I think that's what it is.
I think so. I actually had a fun time writing it because I was like, I drafted it 3 or 4 times and I was like, I'm punching up this area. I got some good details here. I'm trying to keep it like quick and fun and all these things. I had a fun time coming up with all the tools and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that'd be a useful thing I could throw in. Oh, that'd be a useful thing I could go in there. But just the act of performing it wasn't really that enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I don't mind writing it, to be honest with you. That's usually one of the things I do, like if I'm like sitting by the pool or something, maybe sipping on a brewski. Yeah. I'm like, I can bang out a little like an outline of a script pretty well. I really don't mind doing that, but just standing in front of the teleprompter is brutal.
Yes. Yeah.
You get dry mouth.
I'm drinking bubblies like nonstop, back to back, and then I'm burping mid-take, and I'm like, oh, that takes on because I burped in the middle of it. Or you get that thing where you're talking really fast to try and get at the sentence before before the burp comes.
Oh, it's brutal. So tell me, what are some of the tools you're gonna be putting in this?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So obviously, I feel like, you and Matt and other guys have kind of done a lot of the woodworking tools. So I went specifically for electronics related stuff, or kind of stuff that like fits with the themes of my videos lately.
Sure.
So big one, and I'm surprised it actually didn't come up in your video, which I watched beforehand, was a 3D printer.
I know. I was saving that because I was waiting for a sponsor and I ended up not having one for that video. So I was just like,
so it's funny. I have Bamboo Labs is sponsoring 2 videos from me in 2025. And I was thinking, I was like, well, this printer is like one of the items that I want to say on it. I was like, I could do that as like, I could try and pitch this video as like a sponsored video. But in the end, I was like, then it seems less authentic, I think.
Fair. And you can still put the affiliate link in.
That's what I did. I said, and I even disclosed in the video, I was like, I do have a relationship with Bamboo Lab, but I also do think their printers are the best. But also, I don't know. This is such a departure from my normal content that I want to be able to delete this video if it doesn't do well, or unlist it. So I was like, that was the main motivation there.
Honestly, that's kind of one of the reasons that I didn't put a sponsor on this video. One, I didn't have anything that I liked that was available right now. It had been about a month, and this is hot season. I was like, I might as well put it out. And truthfully, after I finished the video, I'm like, I put some of those power carving tools in there, which I think are more niche tools. Right. So I was like, I could potentially see this video maybe not doing great. And so I wanted to have the option to unlist it if I needed to.
Yeah. But it seems like yours has been doing well, right? Like I looked at it day one. It seemed like it picked up some momentum when you were messing with the thumbnails a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, I don't expect this to be a 1 million view video. I'm just, this one's kind of more for the existing subscribers that I think it is going to bring in a bunch of new ones.
Really, if you hit 100K on that, like, be happy with it. That's not gonna absolutely floor your stats and make you unavailable for people. But like you said, you get another video during the busy holiday season.
Yeah, I'm hoping to hit 2 in December, so that's kind of my goal, and then I'll be able to chill a little bit in the new year and kind of work on some longer term projects. So I have the 3D printer in there. What else? I have the digital microscope, which makes an appearance in basically all my videos these days.
Can you video output from that?
Can, in fact, yes. So
okay, because I thought it looked like you were doing that on your iPod video.
Yes, I have. I often project it up onto like my desktop monitor. So you can do HDMI out of it. You can also do USB out of it. And it also has its own internal SD card for recording.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Right on. That's sweet.
Trying to think of what other little things I have in there. I have like a multimeter for diagnosing electronics, like finding faults and stuff like that. Precision screwdriver and an electric screwdriver. Electric screwdriver, very underrated, by the way. I don't know if you have one of them.
I don't.
It's one of these tools where I was like, do I really need that if I already own a drill and an impact gun? But I bought it and I find myself using it all the time.
I could see it being like a good, like, always keep it in your computer desk kind of thing.
Exactly. That is 100% what I do with it. It's perfect for electronics because it's not crazy strong, so you're not going to strip anything out.
Yeah, and also like your wrist.
Yeah, exactly. And then also like banging together IKEA and stuff like that. I'll use that all day long to do it. So
yeah,
you don't want to bring a semi truck to the grocery store.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if you're shopping for bubbly, then maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, what else did I have on there that was kind of fun? I recorded this video today and I've already forgotten everything. That's how fried my brain is right now.
One thing that you need to put in there,
what's that?
Is one of those little magnet dudes that like you take over like a bit tip, like a driver bit, and you like rub the magnet on it and it makes it magnetize. Especially because when you're working with little itty bitty things, magnetize the bit, and they're like $8.
Where were you yesterday when I was drafting the script?
You should have texted me.
I know, I should have. You know what's funny is I have a haircut scheduled for tomorrow, so it's like I gotta get this video done today. I gotta finish filming. Otherwise, because tomorrow I'm gonna have a completely different haircut. And it's gonna look insane.
That's when you just throw a hat on.
True.
Oh,
yeah.
But those videos they'll perform well. And are you putting affiliate links on all of them, or are you doing Amazon links?
I think Amazon links, because I don't really have affiliate. I get approached a lot about companies like, hey, we have this affiliate program, we have that affiliate program. I've never had any huge luck. Like, I've never had a big payday from any affiliate program. So I'm kind of reluctant to even like invest all the effort it would take, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. So I have some that I do pretty well on. It's like the TSO one I do pretty well on. But here's the kicker. You can, within reason, there are a couple other retailers. You can pretty much only get TSO stuff from TSO.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll be honest about this. Microjig, the yellow woodworking accessories that push blocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Their affiliate thing is bananas. It's like 25 or 30% commission or something.
Oh, that's why you had to pay $100 for their damn plastic. Push blocks.
But here's the problem. Everyone and their mother knows that they can buy it from Amazon. So if I show one of those things during a video, which I truthfully, honestly used every time I used the table saw, I use one of those things. Am I better off putting the Microjig link that I don't know if they have free shipping on their website, or am I better off putting the Amazon link?
I mean, Amazon's so frictionless, right?
Like, I know.
Next day shipping. Everybody I know has an account, so
I've considered not doing any affiliate programs if their product is available on Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just like nice and neat organized in your video description. I know that's a super pedantic thing to care about, but just like seeing all the links looking the same, it looks, because if you have like some of the links you get for these affiliate things, they're like 900 characters long.
And they're like, do you want to shorten it? You're like, yes, I would. And they're like, all right, it's 800.
Yeah, exactly. So you have this the Microjig gripper, and then you have the next 5 lines of your video description is the link for it. So,
but have you noticed that as a viewer, it just says ...
I have noticed. I did notice that. Yeah, and I was wondering, is that the same for everybody? Is it the same on mobile?
It is.
Okay, that's good then.
Which is better, but still, it takes your character limit up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. I didn't think about that.
If you get them to Amazon, they're most likely going to buy something else there too.
I know.
That's the thing. That cookie's pretty valuable too, right? Like, I'll give you here. Let's talk real numbers for how crappy my affiliate performance is. My Bamboo Lab video, I think, is somewhere around 600,000 views on it so far.
Okay, before you say anything, Deric, let's take a guess.
Sure. Yeah, you guys guess.
All right.
How much have I earned from my Bamboo affiliate link?
Okay, so the affiliate percentage on Bamboo is 5?
I think
how long have you had it?
It's variable depending on what it is that they order specifically.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. It's about 4% ish.
Let's see. I'm seeing. I can't find it. Commission rates. Okay. Default rates 5% as well. 5 or 3% depending on what they add. So let's just call it 5%. Okay. So if Zach sold a $1,000 printer, he would get $50.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm going to assume.
And how long have you had the affiliate link going?
Looks like about a week now, maybe a little bit more, 10 days, something like that.
I'm going to say that you've sold 10 printers.
Okay.
So $500.
$372 98 cents.
Okay, you are both over. So far, I have made a grand total of $226.79 off my affiliate link.
All right.
So,
you know,
it's not bad for a week.
I mean, that's not bad.
Look, no, don't get me wrong. Like,
you're not, you're not feeding the family and paying the mortgage with that.
Yeah, it's a very nice little bonus, and it will definitely help buy some tool or some supply for a video, I'm sure. But it's also not going to be a pillar of my business. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah,
drops in the bucket.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is, well, I mean, Deric kind of skewed this number for me. I have not put out a video on Bamboo Labs. I just have it on my website, and I've got $93 of commission. But I mean, Deric bought a printer through my link, so
right.
I
bet you still have at least one other sale then.
Yeah,
I would assume, right?
Well,
that's what it sounds like too.
Don't tell anybody this, but when I was buying filament, I clicked on my own affiliate link in an incognito tab.
Oh, I should do
Eric's
that.
back here clicking his link in the background.
Clicked on my own link in an incognito tab, and it checked out under a different under an alias.
I've tried to do that with my Amazon affiliate.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No, Amazon's smart enough.
Yeah. I also tried to get all my friends. I was like, hey, anytime you order anything off Amazon, just use this link. But I don't know.
They give you the finger. They're like, no.
Yeah.
I've had friends who are like, how about like I do it and then you Venmo me half of it.
It's like, okay, dude, I'll Venmo you 57
Here's your 50 cents.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Here's 57 cents. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so I've got another affiliate for Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, the ISO-tunes, right?
Elgin.
Oh, okay.
It's one of their competitors. I mean,
okay.
Let's be real. They all kind of make the same thing.
Yeah.
That one does pretty well.
The same factory.
I have an Arbortech one.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs does all right, but I just don't think that those tools are super broad. Like I don't think everyone wants that stuff. It's kind of a niche thing. Bits does really well because they have the router bits that they take like white side router bits and they put the extra coating and stuff on them, so they're like more durable. Yeah. You can only get those from Bits. So
cool.
Like that one does pretty well. Total Boat does not do well.
Yeah. I think you can get Total Boat on Amazon, can't you?
Yeah, that's one that I go to Amazon for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next day shipping, baby.
Next day shipping. Yeah.
And then
it's really hard to beat next day shipping.
I know. Well, what doesn't make any damn sense is like I don't know if this works like this. Let's say Total Boat. If you go to their website, I'm totally making this up.
Okay.
Hypothetically, they say 3 to 5 days from their website. And then you go to Amazon, it says next day. Why the hell would I ever buy it from a company's website when it's going to take longer?
Yeah.
And they'll charge you shipping half the time too.
I know.
It's crazy. I've done sponsorships with companies where they'll be like, oh yeah, we'll send you some of our products as samples.
Comes from Amazon.
And I will have an Amazon box show up at my doorstep the next day. And it's like, even they know that their shipping from Amazon is faster than their own internal channels, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me particularly, or specifically, I think specifically is the better word to use there. The affiliate stuff, it's not a huge portion of my business, but I know for other channels, people who just all they do is talk about tools and share tools, affiliates are a huge portion of that.
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, I get it, and it's a nice thing, but it's never enough of an incentive for me to like build a video around. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe one of these kinds of videos will do really well for you. And remember when we were having that conversation with Brad at Workbench Con, He's like, dude, if you find something that works, just
Sure.
squeeze every drop of blood out of it as much as you possibly can. Kill it
Yes.
until it stops working.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, okay, I did one of these tool videos last year for Christmas.
Blew up, right?
It's like over 1 million.
I think wasn't there something weird with it too, where it like did better after the holiday season? Like I swear it was like
Something like
500 grand at the end of the year, and then it kept going afterwards. Or something
It basically
like that.
never stopped. It never like
Yeah.
absolutely blew up, but it just kept going at a super, super steady, consistent pace, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah, totally.
And like so far, this one is a 3 out of 10. It was a 2 out of 10 for a while. Now it's a 3 out of 10. And so I'm like, man, this is doing well. Like, is that everything? All the analytics telling me like I need to do these more often. And then I'm like, oh,
And that's how you become 731 Woodworks, right?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that what his
yeah.
name is?
Yeah.
yeah, Matt Outlaw.
Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, so like his channel, like I've studied his channel. He did lots of build videos. We all know they take a lot of work. Then started putting out tool videos and they were doing well. So he was able to do multiple of them a week.
I mean, as much as
Respect the hustle, man.
today wasn't the funnest thing I've done in a while, but I could very easily crank out one of these videos a week, I think.
If you have
Especially
to.
if I got some reps under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe like if you hired Bryson to come in and like just be like, all right, Zach, go. Like you don't have to
Sure.
set stuff up. You don't have to do
For
whatever.
sure.
He's filming it, editing it on the spot, or like able to run a multicam setup. So you almost have B-roll.
Yeah.
Like you almost have like he's filming B-roll as you go. Right.
Yeah. I should have done that. I should have done 2 cameras rolling at all times so I could cut back and forth between them. That would have been good.
Yeah, but if you're reading off the teleprompter, like, did you have like the tool in your hand and just kind of like gesture to the tool, and that's like your A-roll?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how you edit this, because if you're like me, you include almost 0 A-roll, because I'm like, okay, my face has been on screen for 1 second. I got to get rid of this.
Yes, I'm. These videos are actually kind of nice in that way too, because you don't really have to get out a full sentence. You have to just get out like 4 or 5 words at a time, and then you're going to cover it all with B-roll anyways. So
yeah,
you can chop it all up, and you don't have to worry about being like super quick with your pacing. You can take a big break in the middle and like hack that out in editing and stuff.
right.
So,
have you found any good teleprompter software? Do you just use your phone, or do you have like a iPad?
Oh no, I've got a great recommendation for you. I use a program called Prompt Smart, and so it listens to you.
That's what I was going to ask.
It's not perfect, but it's by far the best solution that I've found.
Prompt Smart. How much is the app?
I think it's $30 a year.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it's annoying that it's an annual subscription thing, but it's worth it. Honestly, like if it saves you 2 hours of production,
done.
you're like, okay, yeah.
I mean, even if I would do 1 video a year using that,
exactly.
It's worth the $30.
I use it from time to time. I like to shoot a lot of my intros just kind of like off the cuff, but every once in a while, like for an ad read or something like that, I'll pull out the teleprompter.
Yeah. I feel you. Huh.
I actually just bought a new teleprompter to hopefully make it a little bit easier too. The one I have doesn't fit my phone very well, and it's kind of annoying to use. So we'll see. I'll maybe next week I'll have a review for you guys on whether or not this Ulanzi is the company is the good teleprompter to get.
Wait, hold that thought. I think that's the one I got.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, this is gonna be good. Deric, do you use a teleprompter?
No, I in middle school and high school I was in theater a lot, so I memorized things and then I rate it natural.
Okay.
I got
What do you got?
dog shit one on Amazon. There's the explicit. You want to pronounce that for me?
Ilo Kunzi.
This is absolutely one of these things they just white labeled on Amazon. It's ILOKNZI.
I think I had that same prompter, but in a different box. Like it had different branding on it, but it was that same soft carrying case. So.
Maybe it's upside down. Maybe it's the other way.
Yeah, maybe.
All those letters can be read both ways.
Yeah.
IZN. No, now it's in Greek.
It works too.
Could be Greek though. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a Greek company.
So you got this toolless video.
Yeah.
And what are you doing after? You said you're going to get another video out this month?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my subwoofer video out this month, but it's a big long video. I don't have a sponsor for it, so I'm trying to do the math. Should I launch without a sponsor because the Giddim's good right now?
Yeah.
Or should I hold off and try? I'll probably, and that's kind of why I want to push this tool video out. I'm going to put that one out first, probably. Yeah. Wait till the last possible moment to decide if I want to launch my my subwoofer video without a sponsor on it.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't do good, you'll delist the other one and launch the subwoofer one?
Yeah, maybe.
It's I mean, it makes me feel better hearing that you're suffering of the lack of sponsors as well. But also, what I mean by that is I'm like, damn, I haven't gotten anything recently. I wonder if it's brands are out of budget, low on budget. I
don't know what the heck the deal is. Like last year, this was kind of the busy season. Although it does get quiet as you go into December. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have that same rush that I had. Like fall last year was really busy for me, and then it did get. I remember struggling to find. I was in a similar position last year. I had a video that I wanted to put out in December, but I didn't have a sponsor for it, and I remember it being a bit of a struggle to find one. So I do think that brands kind of take their foot off the gas going into December.
I also noticed the thing that we fill out every week through our agency Influent.
There's nothing this week.
There's
one.
two?
Well, there's two? Oh, okay. I just saw the one. Yeah.
Usually they're like a dozen.
Yeah.
Pitch, so
I know. I'm getting a lot of action. Well, not a lot of action, but a decent amount of action for next year.
Ooh. Okay.
Like I think I might already have like 4 or 5 partnerships lined up for 2025.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. But it's like, that's 2025.
Right.
Got to eat today.
Yeah, that's procrastination as the best right there. Like, yeah. I'd push that video off. No problem. But yeah.
Yeah.
So you got toolless video and then you're going to subwoofer video. Was that the one that you did the Marks ad for?
Yes. Yeah. I actually just put that out on Instagram today.
Is that the one that they took an eternity film?
Yes. That was an all-day affair to film a 30-second video.
Okay. It looked good, but
it looked good.
It looked salesy.
Yes.
It looked different. It did not fit in with your normal videos. It stood out for sure.
Yeah. Which I guess to be fair, like I knew it would. So I kind of I don't know if you guys watch my stories, but like my stories were kind of like, here's the deal, like I'm getting this professional video shot, so like let's see how it looks kind of thing, because I knew it was going to look different. I don't know, it to me it felt like not very optimized for social media, but then again my Instagram performance has been horrible lately, so what the hell do I know about optimizing for social media performance?
I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, it was cool. It had some cool transitions and stuff like that, but like the payout is not monetarily, but like how the video turned out versus how much time and effort they probably put into it. Like, they could have put in half as much work and got 95% of that.
Yeah, I would even say like you probably could have put in a quarter of as much work and got 95%. Right. Like I said to you guys, I think Bryson and I probably could have filmed something that would have garnered similar attention in 2-3 hours, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing about social media content is it's not, and I guess this applies to traditional media too, but like hours in does not necessarily equal results on the other side. Like you can invest 1 million hours into something and still get 3 views. which is frustrating.
I know. It's how it's packaged.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like how palatable it is for people to watch and whatnot. But
exactly.
No, it was interesting to see that video come on, see how it has it doing well. I mean, it's Instagram, who cares, right?
Yeah, it's kind of that. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's an ad on Instagram. Everybody's just going to scroll on by no matter what, unless they're like, unless they're really deeply invested. So
I watched it, Zach.
Yeah, well, you're deeply invested. That's what I'm talking about.
I think I was you number 3 of 4, right?
Yeah.
Number 3 of 4. So I gotta tell you this. Something that I was thinking about today. So I started working on the miter saw station, all those cabinets and whatnot.
Ooh, okay, hold on. So is this gonna be a video?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
First off, dude, I've never worked with pre-finished plywood before.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm building cabinets, I will never buy unfinished plywood ever again.
Strong statement.
That's what I always hear about it.
Okay. It's like basically coated with epoxy that's UV cured. With most wood, like, okay, even like oak, walnut, whatever, like you take your fingernail.
Yeah,
and you push in.
Gouge it real good.
Yeah, you're going to make a mark.
Yeah.
Dude, this stuff is like bulletproof. It's incredible.
Okay. So then answer me this, like, how do you go about, like, say you have a mitered corner or something like that and you got a little tear out, how do you like blend that type of stuff, or do you just don't?
I don't know. I'm not there yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Is there any way to touch it up or anything like that? Can you like blend out 2 pieces meeting in any way, or?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll be interested to hear. How much more was it compared to just like a standard veneer ply?
Well, I was paying almost $275 a sheet, which is absolute highway robbery. Somebody told me about this other place. Dude, for nice, they call it premium core, was $4 more a sheet for premium core. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Treat yourself. I'm going to do it. Hold on. I got the invoice right here. It doesn't tell me what it is per sheet, but it was like 60 something bucks for a 4x8 pre-finished on both sides.
Damn.
Damn. So yeah, even if unfinished is 40, like I don't care. I will pay $20 a sheet for it to be finished.
Yeah, totally. And is it the like nice veneer core, like like 16 layers or whatever?
No, it's not like the 16 or 18 layer stuff, but it's a nice core. Like there are voids in it. It's super flat. It's super nice.
I got to see if I can find any of that stuff locally, because I do want to do the desk behind me. I want to get like a wood veneer plywood top instead of just a standard black one. So I'm going to look into that.
But the only problem is you can only get like the birch, so it's going to be that like tan color. I don't believe they have like pre-finished walnut plywood or anything like that.
Damn. Okay. That sucks, but
they might.
Okay.
But mean, this is a product that's for cabinet builders, right? So people who are making kitchen cabinets and stuff, that would be like on the inside of a cabinet. That would probably be what most people would want anyway.
Yeah, true. Okay. No, I'll still look into it.
What about gluing the faces of it? Since it's already finished, do you have to like sand that in some way before you can glue on that?
So if you were going to like do like a butt joint or whatever, then yes, you would have to either sand it, or you just use no glue, just use pocket screws, or you screw from the outside, or exactly, do rabbet. You could also do like a domino or something in there if you're a psychopath and build cabinets with dominoes. But yeah. Dude, so far so good. Absolutely loving this stuff. It doesn't like. Only problem is, and this is what I wanted to bring up. Edge banding, dude. Edge banding plywood with like iron-on stuff. I absolutely hate it.
What they have those like automatic machines, don't they?
Yeah, get the Festival Edge Bander. That's what everybody loves.
Yeah,
$4,000.
just borrow it from
It's
Jason
worth it.
Bent.
I know.
There you
I'd
go.
considered asking him if I could borrow it, but then
I mean, at $4,000, drive to his place, pick it
I
up,
know. I
drive
had thought,
back. It's still coming out ahead.
Make him
But,
come
like,
and pick it up.
are there things that you guys do that as soon as you start doing it, you're like, oh my God, I'm willing to drop just about any amount of money to not have to do this task for
Every
do
project.
banding.
Talking head videos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, honestly.
So can you think of anything that like you felt like that and you're like, F it, I'm just going to go buy, whatever.
Desktop.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Whenever I built this desktop and I found the butcher block top, like I was
Yeah.
gonna glue together a whole walnut one. Then I found the butcher block top for $100, and I was like, I'll do that. That's easy.
Yeah, I feel you. That's a good one too. It's like, okay, this is going to take, I got to mill all this wood. I got to glue it up. I got to sand it down. I got to do this. And you're like, or I could just buy a
Pre-finished
top, call it a night. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I found whenever I was doing built-ins early on, drawer boxes that you could order online that are ready to go, and you just assemble them and throw them in. Those were a game changer.
I've
Save
heard
so
a
much time.
lot of people talk, most specifically Keith Johnson. He talks about like, dude, whenever he builds furniture or cabinets or like built-ins or whatever, he almost always orders the drawer boxes.
Yeah.
So like
They're
he'll
nice and
build the
uniform.
project, and then Keith's like, yeah, dude, I just order the boxes, and then they come. They're the perfect size. They're already like, finished, or already have the dovetails or whatever.
Yeah.
Every one of them I ever ordered was, I mean, unless it was some gigantic size, was less than $60. Think about how much time it takes you to build a box.
Was
and
it
the
like
materials.
a plywood box, or is it like a poplar maple box, or
It's like a birch plywood. So it's got the nice like multi-layers, and it's clean, and they round over the tops, and they sand it down smooth, and it's all finished out and ready. All you gotta do is just assemble it, and they're all dovetailed together too.
Okay.
That sounds like a bargain to me.
Right. So like, let's say you were doing a living room built-in, right, and you had like 40 drawers. Dude, I would rather walk into oncoming traffic than build all those drawers.
Yeah.
Especially for
Yeah.
content's sake. Like, show yourself building one and then hire out the rest.
Yeah.
Same thing for door fronts, like the doors themselves for cabinets. Same company I started going to buy the doors pre-done, and they come ready to go, either paint grade, stain grade, or already stained or painted the way you want it for whatever the extra cost is. But yeah, that's made so much difference. And then you just make the carcass the size they want it, put on your face frames, and then order your doors, boxes, and all that stuff to go inside of it.
Huh. Dude, I almost spent $4,000 on the Conturo because I hated edge banding this stuff so much. So I'm actually using PVC edge banding.
Okay.
So it's more durable, because I'm going to be like taking like stuff in and out of these cabinets that's going to get banged up. I was like, all right, this should be pretty durable.
Is it thicker?
Yeah, it's 1 millimeter thick.
Okay.
So, which is like double the thickness. Now, here's the problem though. You have to heat it up enough to melt the glue. But if you heat PVC up too much, it then it like shrivels up and whatnot. So I basically have to like put the iron on the lowest setting, like heat it up a little bit, move on to something else, come back, heat it up a little bit, move, like it's this back and forth thing. And it's a fucking nightmare, man.
Yeah, that sucks. I would imagine, do they make a PVC banding? I swear I've seen this. Maybe on like a desk in a school or something like that. There'd be like a dado routed through the middle of it, and then there's like a fin on the back of it, and kind of like hammer the edge banding.
I saw that stuff. I had considered using melamine edge banding, but all the reviews I saw said that it like chips like crazy if it takes any damage, which makes sense, right? Because melamine,
I can see that.
isn't super durable. But I mean, this stuff is super durable. The only problem is like during the video, I was trying to show like multiple ways that you can trim it. So like you've done wood edge banding. You can literally just take a razor blade and then just do it. You can't do that with PVC. It's too hard.
How do you do it then? Hot knife?
So then I got one of those little squeezy guys that you squeeze over the edge banding it, and I was like, great. I've never used one before. Doesn't work on PVC.
Oh, that sucks.
It just was going like it was like jumping, wouldn't cut. So then I basically had to use the router, like the little trim router with a flush trim bit, and have the bit just like barely sticking out the bottom. So even if I would like tip the router, it's not sticking out far enough to do anything, right?
That's scary though, because like you run the risk of having like little roller marks along the whole way along your edge, right?
I know, but it actually looks pretty good.
Okay, cool.
But then because you just heated up that glue, and because you're running a router bit over glue that creates heat, you then are getting like sticky shit that's building up on the router bit, and like
that
was another thing. I was just like, do I just buy the Festival makes this little mini trim router thing that like lays on its side so that you can like trim edge banding flush? And I was like, oh my God, do I just buy this? But Maybe. It was $600. And I'm like, oh, how often am I really going to do edge banding? Or is it something I buy the tool once and then never touch it again?
Yeah. I wish there was more tool rental services for that type of stuff. Like there is tool rental services, but usually it's for, you need to rent a jackhammer or something to break up a concrete slab, but they don't really have like fine woodworking tools most of the time. But
so even if they did, would you trust, like, let's say you wanted to rent a track.
Yeah, good point.
Would you trust that the track saw that you're renting from Home Depot is anywhere close to being accurate?
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably not. Probably not.
I can't imagine renting a track saw from Home Depot.
Can you imagine how jacked up the splinter guard would be and the track would be bent and everything? Like,
yeah.
It'd be nuts. But yeah, so that's what I'm going through right now. And dude, it is an absolute nightmare.
So how big is your miter bench going to be by the time you're done?
It's going to be 160 something inches wide.
Okay. And miter saw right in the middle or biased to one side?
So I'm going to have like 8 to 9 feet on the left of the miter saw, and then like 3 or 4
that
on
makes
the
sense.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
What if you got to split a 12-foot board right in half?
I will use a jigsaw.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. I know like some people, I got some messages on like Patreon or whatever. Some people are like, why don't you put it in the middle? Or like, what are you going to do if you have a 10-foot long board? It's like, okay, well, the times I have a 10-foot long board, like,
yeah,
it is what it is. And
split in half.
Yeah. And if it's a 16th of an inch off over 10 feet when I'm cutting 2, nobody's going to know.
Yeah. That's a very uncommon cut. And it's like worst case scenario, you just do it with a circular saw or jigsaw and then you clean it up on the miter saw, right?
Exactly. So like it doesn't matter. But yeah, so once that gets going, that'll be nice to have and, get some storage and be able to bang out some cuts. But man, it's good to be back building something again and like filming stuff. I was having a blast.
It does feel good. I had more fun building my subwoofer than I have in a while, just because it was, is a bigger thing. Like I'm making all of these like fine precision things, which is fun. Don't get me wrong, but like having something big at the end of a project for some reason is very exciting.
You're like, oh, that was 16th of an inch off. It's fine.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's fun to get out there building. One thing that I highly recommend, I've never used before, but I've had for almost a year. If you're breaking down a lot of sheet goods, and you're doing a lot of like repetitive stuff. So like I have like 10 sheets of plywood that I have to break down. And a lot of them, it's like, all right, 16 inches, 16 inches, 16 inches. Sure, I could run that through the table saw, but like you and I know, running a whole sheet of plywood through a table saw is a nightmare, right?
Yep.
We've all done it, but
Yep.
it's not fun. So you would use your track saw typically. But then if you're like, I want to measure and mark that I'm making 16-inch wide rips over and over and over again, it's really annoying. Dude, a set of parallel guides for the track saw is so nice. It just hooks on the end, and then you basically just slide it over until it hits some stops, and it works like a charm. So I got the TSO one. Have you seen them before?
No, I haven't. Does TSO only make accessories for track saws?
They do. They certainly do make a lot of track saw accessories. They
Isn't
make
that what TSO stands for? Track saw. Others.
Optimizers.
I don't know. But check it up. Check it out. TSO parallel guides. Parallel guide system. So it like clips onto your track.
I see how it works. Yeah, that's cool.
And so like if I'm making 16-inch wide rips, I basically put those little hooks at the end, make a rip, move it to the next piece, make a rip, just over and over and over again. I honestly thought it was one of those like, okay, nobody's ever going to use this, and this expensive accessory that you buy and then it just collects dust.
Yeah.
Dude, if you break down sheet goods, you've got to get these
things.
Oh
man, if I worked in a cabinet shop, I would buy one of those 100%.
Right.
What's the maximum cut width?
They have, I think, 20-inch, 30-inch, and 50-inch tracks, depending on what length that you want. I've got a set from woodpeckers too that like the advantage to the woodpeckers one is they're modular. So like you basically like click the tracks together. So when you want more capacity, you like add on another track. And then when you want less capacity, it shrinks. But it's also like more of a pain in the ass to set up, and it's not as intuitive, I don't think. But
I could 3D print one of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, if you're cutting a bunch of sheet goods, the TSO parallel guide system, highly recommend.
I could get into that.
I mean, relative to the price of your track saw, that's not a bad investment.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like maybe in the after show, I need you guys to help me brainstorm some potential woodworking projects that I could do that would still play well on my channel.
It's been too long.
Because you want to get back into building stuff, don't you?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Into the electronics, now you got to ease back into the woodworking.
Well, I just wanted to like change it up a little bit. Like I like doing electronic stuff, but variety is the spice of life. I'd like to maybe do like one and then one and one and one and one or something like that.
Now, when you bring that up, are you talking about maybe like smart integrated woodworking?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I've kind of defined a niche of like having kind of like, I don't know,
tech related,
adjacent. High tech furniture or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd
like your nightstand was pretty slick with like built-in charger and stuff.
That video didn't do well. I think I have a better idea of how to market it now. Yeah. I would like to build a bed frame. I feel like there would be, again, it's the bedroom stuff, but I feel like there will be more room in there to integrate smart stuff, like nifty features.
Mood lighting along underneath the bed rails that changes based on the mood of the room.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what would be hilarious? As if you were like, this is the beginning of your video, and forgive me, I'm spitballing. Like today we're gonna build this bed. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, and I've got a feature that will tell you the mood of your spouse without even talking to her.
Ooh.
But more on that later. And like you talk about how you have like this lighting system and make it operate just like those like stupid mood rings from elementary school.
Yeah,
where it's basically like a heat sensor. So depending on how hot it is, it like emits, and it's just like, oh, Sophie's blue. Don't want to talk to her today.
See what you do is you have it tap into ChatGPT and register the tone of her voice, and then display a color based on that.
Interesting.
That would be so funny.
Interesting. I don't know if she'd be I don't know if she'd be okay with that. I feel like she
it makes it sound like she's just crazy. Right?
It's like following code. You tear it out afterwards.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I was thinking like it would be fun to make like I built a bed frame that helps me sleep better or something like that.
What if you've seen those like those adjustable bases? Have you seen those, or like the ones that like kick your feet up or like lift your back up or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Would you consider ever trying to build your own? It's probably a nightmare of a project.
Yeah,
but it could be really interesting.
See, the thing about YouTube videos is like, there's so many things I would love to do, but I need to, if it involves a new skill, which I'm down for, but if it involves a new skill, I have to be able to like learn that skill and apply it and finish the project within the span of like a month, right? Otherwise, it's not really viable. So I hear what you're saying. I'm like, okay, well, I could probably do some hydraulic lifters. I could probably control them with an Arduino, but it's like there's so much learning that goes into that. Like it's almost like a 2-month project to do it, right?
Maybe you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Perhaps that might be the heart of your channel is come learn with me as I figured these things out along the way.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think that would definitely be like, that would have to be integrated into the video as me learning. But I just mean from like a time, if you're trying to get out, a video a month, something like that, it's just, it's really, you can really only do maybe one of those a year or something like that, or a couple of them a year. And then you have like other filler videos, kind of like this talking ahead tool video that you use to pad that out. So you're still at one a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see what you mean, especially because like if you're we're all kind of the same person. Excuse me. If we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it well. Mm-hmm. Like you're not just gonna like half-ass. It didn't work. Like whatever.
Exactly. Like it has to be impressive when it's done, right? Otherwise, there's not really a payoff for the whole video,
right?
And that's where the analysis paralysis gets you.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, we got a lot more to talk about. I mean, I got to get some updates on some stuff, but I think we're gonna do that over in the after show.
I just want to say before we tune out, Brett, I saw your questions in the live chat, and we will answer those in the after show as well.
Ooh, yeah. Thanks, Brett.
Got to start up.
Yeah. So we want to give a huge shout out to all of our returning top tier patrons. We got Joe Welsh, Delaware Valley Workshop, Goblin Spanker, Corey Duvall, Josh at Sawdust Builds, and Dadu's debit card is working this month. So huge shout out to Dadu for supporting the show. And shout out to all of our other patrons who also support the show, keep this thing alive. And if you want to become a patron, access the bonus episode that we do every week. I think bonus episode sounds good.
Oh, yeah, bonus. Yeah.
Bonus episode that we do every single week. Head over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast. And if not, well, we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.
Oh, wait, hold on before we go. If people are still listening, next week, is that when we're doing the BYOC?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Is it December 10th?
Yeah, I think we said December 10th because it was like far enough away from the holidays.
Yeah, otherwise it's
most
17th.
People will be able to make it.
Let's call it the 10th.
I think it was the 10th. Is that what we put on Patreon?
Did we announce it on Patreon?
I think I did already. Well, patrons, if you're on Patreon and we announced it, that's the date, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Oh yeah!
All right, see you, brothers and sisters.
See you, everybody.